Have you ever looked at your bank account after payday and wondered where everything went? You earned it, you worked for it, but somehow it just vanished. Today, we are going to expose the one financial trap that is quietly destroying the wealth of millions of Americans. And the shocking part is that the more you earn, the deeper this trap gets. Most people believe that a higher salary is the solution to financial stress. But across America right now, there are people earning $80,000, $120,000, even $200,000 a year who still feel completely broke. They get promotions, their salaries keep rising, but financial freedom never arrives. If you stay until the end of this video, you will finally understand exactly why, and more importantly, what you can do differently starting today. Let me walk you through a story that millions of Americans are living right now without even realizing it. Imagine a 30-year-old professional living in Chicago or Austin. A few years ago, they were earning $50,000 a year. Life was manageable. Then their career progressed. Salary went to $80,000. Then $100,000. On paper, this looks like success. But after federal taxes, state taxes, and social security deductions, that $100,000 becomes roughly $68,000 to $72,000. Monthly take-home is around $5,800 to $6,000. Sounds comfortable, right? But then reality shows up. Rent in a decent neighborhood is $2,000 to $2,200. Car payment is $500 to $600. Insurance is $350. Student loan payments, and remember, the average American carries over $37,000 in student debt. That is another $400 a month. Utilities and subscriptions, $300. Groceries and dining out, $700, and suddenly nearly everything is gone. Not because this person is irresponsible, not because they are lazy, but because as income increased, expenses quietly and automatically increased right alongside it. The apartment got nicer, the car got newer, vacations went from road trips to international flights, restaurants replaced home cooking, the gym upgraded, the wardrobe upgraded, the phone upgraded. This is what financial experts call lifestyle inflation. And right now, I want you to honestly think about your own life. How many times has your income gone up, but your savings stayed exactly the same? Because if that sounds familiar, keep watching, because what comes next is going to explain everything. Here is what makes lifestyle inflation so dangerous. It does not feel like a mistake. Every single upgrade seems completely reasonable. A nicer apartment feels like a reward for working hard. A newer car feels like a necessity. A vacation feels like you deserve it after a stressful year. And you do deserve good things. But none of these things are building your future. They are just building a more expensive present. This is where most people fundamentally misunderstand money. Income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep, and what keeps working for you while you sleep. Someone earning $60,000 and consistently investing even 15% of their income may become significantly wealthier than someone earning $150,000 and spending almost everything. This is not just a theory. Studies on American millionaires consistently show that most of them were not high earners. They were consistent savers and investors over long periods of time. And here is something I genuinely want you to think about right now. In the last 12 months, every time your income went up, did your savings go up by the same amount? Or did your lifestyle go up instead? Be honest with yourself, because that one question right there will tell you exactly where you stand financially today. Let me show you exactly what this costs with real numbers. Imagine person A receives a $20,000 raise. After taxes, they keep around $13,000 to $14,000 extra per year. Instead of investing that money, they upgrade their apartment by $300 a month and lease a newer car for $200 more per month. That is $6,000 a year gone forever. They buy nicer clothes, take a bigger vacation, upgrade their phone. 10 years later, that raise gave them a better lifestyle, but almost zero additional wealth. Now imagine person B receives the exact same raise. They still improve their life slightly, but they take $10,000 per year of that additional income and invest it through a Roth IRA, a 401k with employer match, or a simple S&P 500 index fund. At a 7% average annual return, historically consistent with long-term market performance, that $10,000 per year grows to approximately $138,000 in 10 years. years. And if they continue for 20 years, that same habit produces nearly $410,000. Same raise, same starting point, completely different outcome. The difference was not income. The difference was one decision made consistently over time. Financially intelligent people do not treat every raise as permission to increase their spending. They treat part of every raise as a purchase of future freedom. A dollar invested today keeps working for years. A dollar spent today is gone forever. So right now in the comments below, I want you to tell me honestly, are you person A or person B? And if you are person A right now, what is the one thing you are going to change starting this month? Write it below because putting it in writing makes it real. So here is the real lesson, and I want you to remember this for the rest of your life. Earning more money is helpful. Sometimes it is absolutely necessary, but by itself, it does not create wealth. Without intentional behavior, higher income simply creates a more expensive version of the same financial pressure. The person earning $50,000 who invests consistently is building something real and lasting. The person earning $200,000 who spends everything is building nothing except a lifestyle that now requires $200,000 a year to maintain forever. True wealth is not about how much you earn. It is about how much you keep, grow, and protect over time. Start small if you have to. Open a Roth IRA if you have not already. Contribute enough to your 401k to capture the full employer match, because that is free money that millions of Americans walk away from every single year. Put money into a simple S&P 500 index fund and leave it alone. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent, because time in the market, not your income level, is what builds real lasting wealth. If this video gave you a new way to think about money, then subscribe to this channel, because every week we break down real financial concepts in a clear and practical way, so you can make better decisions with the money you already have. And before you go, drop a comment right now telling us one specific thing you are going to do differently with your next paycheck. Not someday, not next month, your next paycheck. Write it below and let us hold each other accountable.